So in this video we're going to talk about autoloader, and in the next video we're going to talk about the architecture. Okay, architectural which is called the multi-hop architecture, and also called the what do you say multi-hop architecture or medallion. Okay, medallion architecture. So this topic we're going to cover in the next videos, but let's start with the autoloader. Okay, so let me go back to the autoloader first. Yeah, so autoloader is more different from the copy into command, because copy into command used for the small data, and it's not very effective in the scalable architecture. But for the scalable and for the efficiency, also for the big data, we will go for the autoloader. It is same as the one we talked about, the copy into command. Okay, so it's similar way. We are creating one table. Okay, so continuously the data will be injected from this into the source, and then we'll do the processing, and then we'll sync the data, or we will send the data to the destination folder, which is also in the continuous format. Okay, which is still running, which will be running in the cloud, I mean in the DataBricks cluster, which will keep on running. Okay, so let's see how this will going to work. And as I told you that autoloader offers scalability by allowing for handling billions of files. Okay, and this autoloader, so the next topic will be the medallion architecture. In that we have three layers: bronze layer, silver layer, and the golden layer. Then the bronze layer is the data injection, silver is the transformation, and golden is the actual output. Okay, transformed output. So let me run those, and so I'm just clearing out all the user folder which we have created earlier. So we don't have this table, so this is not needed. Let's see how many files we have in this folder. I don't think we have, because we already deleted the user folder. Okay, now we are injecting the data. Okay, into this location, enrollment JSON raw. Okay, and what data it will be? It will be containing the student ID, course ID, enrollment date, status, and amount to be paid. Okay, so let me run that, and this will going to create the data inside the enrollment JSON raw folder. Okay, so let's see if the data is created or not. Yes, now you can see that we have this JSON format of data. Okay, because we have only one row, so that's why this file will going to contain the data. Okay, so now we have the data available. Okay, next thing what we will do is we will see if so this is not created, right? So it won't give me any data right now. Okay, it's saying table is not created. So what I'm doing is, in the autoloader, the main thing we need to see is the cloud file. Okay, so format would be the cloud file, and format would be JSON format or any other format, because we already have the enrollment JSON data in the enrollment JSON folder. Okay, which we have seen this one. See, we already have this data JSON file. Okay, in the enrollment JSON raw folder. So because we have already inserted this data, okay, into this enrollment JSON raw, which we have just run, and now we have this data into the enrollment JSON raw folder. Okay, so this is what we have seen just now. Okay, so this folder will going to contain the JSON data, and while reading it, we need to give two things. First is the format as the cloud file, another one is the schema. Schema is the same schema we need to give as what we have stored, okay, the data with. So same schema I have provided: student ID, course ID, enrollment date, status, and the amount. Format would be the cloud file, and the format would be the JSON, because we have that JSON file in this input location. So this is the checkpoint location. The schema location could be any location, okay, XYZ, it doesn't matter, it will going to create that file for you. And then I will load the data from the input folder. Input folder is nothing but your enrollment JSON row, okay, containing the JSON. Okay, so I am selecting the two things from this stream, which is the current timestamp and the input file, okay, because for each of the data we have different set of files, okay, created. Now what I'm doing is I'm streaming, I'm just writing that stream, okay. Processing time is 20 seconds it will going to take. So for each batch the trigger time would be 20 seconds. Format would be the delta, so the output will be the delta file, okay. Output mode is append, because you already see that complete mode will going to work with the aggregation. As we are not doing any aggregation here, that's why I'm using the append. Checkpoint location is a checkpoint directory, okay. So let me run that. So this will go into continuously running until unless I click on the interrupt command, okay. So now it is initializing, and as you can see, so every time the data is inserted it will going to be a spike, okay. It will going to create a spike. So we are inserting the data into this table, enrollment update table. So let me see if the data is there or not. Yeah, so now as you can see, the data is inserted here in the enrollment update table. So the enrollment update table is created, okay. Now the next thing what I'll do is I'll see the history table as well. So it will going to create. So it has created the table, and then it is streaming the update, okay. Next thing what I'll do is I'll copy one of the file, okay, into the same location. So what I'm trying to say is I will going to copy this file, okay, into the same location. So I'm just copying the same file into this enrollment raw JSON raw folder, because this file contains one row was this one, okay. So I'm just copying the same data and inputting into the same location. So let me copy the path. Okay, so now I have copied the path and I'm copying it. So this is my path. I'm giving the different file name. Let's say I'll give dummy, okay, dummy 1, let's say. Okay, so I'm copying this file as this file into the same location. Let me run that. Okay, so this has already created. Let me see how many files it created in the enrollment JSON row. So now you can see that we have dummy1.json already created. Okay, so we will go back and we will see the history table. Okay, still 2. Why? Because the processing time was 20 seconds. Okay, so let's wait for the 20 seconds. Yeah, see, you can see the new spike, right? So as you can see the new spike, let me run the history table first. In the history, as you can see a new entry. Okay, and let's see the enrollment table. And the enrollment table also you can see the new data. Okay, so we have not explicitly entered the data into the enrollment table. It was done using the streaming, which is already running. Okay, so let me give, which is already running here. Okay, this writing stream. Let me copy the another row for you. So I'm just giving this as the dummy2.json. Okay, Let's wait for 20 seconds because our stream time is 20 seconds. Okay, so there will be a new spike after 20 seconds. 10 seconds more. Okay, after 5 seconds. Okay, so after 5 seconds you can see a new spike, and if I click on the table, so if I select the table, I can see the another row getting created. Okay, so this is how your autoloader will work. You can see the history table as well, the history of this table. So you can see the another streaming update has been added, what was their time, okay, cluster ID, isolation level, the versions as well. Okay, you can also see the, you can also select the version. Let's say at the rate v2 if I give, so this will going to give me the second version data, okay, with 2 rows. Okay, with 3 it will going to give me 3 rows with version 3. So we don't have the version 3. Okay, I think we have the version 3. Yeah, this is the version 3 having the 3 rows. Okay, so this is all about this table. Next thing we will going to cover is the multi-hop architecture.